Hello guys, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench once again, and today I've got a kind of review and it's for this kit here. So most of you will probably know a couple of months ago I bought this kit. This is the 1/200th scale Yamato from its Trumpeter, but it's marketed by Glow2B, who was the others, Monochrome and Gallery models. But it's basically a Trumpeter kit, and there's something about Chinese manufacturing laws and Japan and I don't know. Anyway, won't get into that. But basically, because I'm in Europe, I've got the Glow2B version, which is from Germany. So the instructions come in this lovely paper wallet, which comes unsealed. It has colour images on the back, and then we've got the beautiful instruction manual, which is ring bound, which is a brilliant idea because you can do that on your bench rather than ruining your paper ones. So we realised, like, from day one that this kit was really nice. There are a couple of issues with it. There are a couple of small issues with accuracy, but it's nothing like as bad as some of the other efforts they've had. And a few people have commented about the two-piece hull. I personally love the two-piece hull because it means we've actually got an accurate shape, like some of the other ship kits they've made, where they've concentrated on making the hull one piece and ended up making a barge. So really happy. Yeah, the bow is a bit fat, could be slimmed down a bit, but you know, it's what it is. So straight away everybody was on the bandwagon. When are we going to get an aftermarket set for it? And I think what's happened was this is the same as happened with Titanic. I think Pontos have made a set for it, but it's being marketed through King's Detailing in China. And from what I can gather, it looks like King's Detailing has something to do with Trumpeter, whatever, I don't know. But I contacted King's Detailing to see if I could get a set for review, and they couldn't even offer a discount, so I bought it. So I want to start this video by saying I have bought this set. I'm not going to be reviewing the actual set today, I've just got the instructions to show you. But basically I have bought this set, I have paid full price for it, and at the end of this video I will put up where you can actually get this set from should you wish to get it. But I can assure you it is Pontos. It is Pontos 100% through and through, and it has been developed by Kim at Pontos, and I've spoken to Kim via Facebook and email about a couple of little issues, and he's done a couple of little changes, and he's made a couple of little changes for people, as he always does. So basically the set is out. It's available from King's Detailing. It will be shipped this week, I believe. Today is the 2nd of November 2022. So what have we got? Right, so what I have here is I've asked for a printout of the instructions, and apparently they have just been released today. So I have here a printout of the instructions, which I've printed out on my little printer. We'll go through them, we'll have a quick look, and then at the end of the video I'll put up some music, I'll put images of all the kit's contents, okay, so such as all the turn brass and the photo etch sheets and everything, and there's some images there of the turn brass. And then I will also put up these so you could look at them, zoom them, whatever you want to do. So at the end of the video that will be. So at the moment, let's just have a quick look through. As I say, I don't have the set yet. It's going to be shipped this week. So hopefully I will have it to review next week. But looking forward to it. I also see on Facebook a few people have actually asked for it for samples, and they've all been reviews. So whatever. But I have been speaking to the guy. I don't actually know his name. I'll have to find out his name. I've been speaking to the guy this week via email, and I've asked for these instructions, and he sent them to me this morning. So here we go. So this is the normal Pontos instructions with the sheet. Let's just zoom you in a bit. There we go. So there we go. So this is the sheet with all the parts listing. I would thoroughly recommend, when you do get your set, whenever you get a set from Pontos, go through it and check every single piece, because they don't make these sets forever. They're often limited production, as this one apparently is as well. So if you're gonna, just put the box in the stash, and you come to pick the box up and you want to build the model in a couple of years' time, say you've got this main yard here, part 16 missing, they may not have it anymore, they may not be making it anymore. So go through and check, and I always check every single piece. And also bear in mind that you get, where you can see these red marks, like here you've got crane A, B, C and D. Okay, there's 4 parts there. You've got 2 black and 2 red, and you're actually supposed to cut them apart. So that's the way they've made it. It's very clever. It's all done on a sliding head lathe, I can assure you. There's no way you could make parts this small without using a sliding head, I don't think. So they basically slide the material through a rotating collet and turn it, so it's actually turned right outside the chuck where it's supported, right outside the collet. Down here you can see we've got resin parts here. There's actually 16 resin parts, although it says 15 there, and it says they're 3D printed, so that's nice. We've got brass screws. Not sure about I like those or not, but it's something they always put in there, so that's very nice. We've got dry transfer sheets, so we've got our depth gauge and everything down the side. We have bottom sinkholes, and I can't see from here what it is. I'm not sure if it's photo etch or if it's stickers, but you've basically got the vents in the bottom of the hull, and he's providing those as, I'm not sure if it's stickers or PE. It's probably PE. And then here you've got degaussing cable. This was my little bit I asked him to do. Because the kit has no actual port for the degaussing cable to go in and out of the hull, or the flap that goes down over it. So he was telling you to cut part of the degaussing cable away and add that little piece of photo etch in there. Here we've got the plastic parts. It's telling you here to remove, they've really crammed all this in as much as they can. Remove these raised lumps on the decks before you fit the wooden decks. Here we've got, straight away we're into the build, and it's showing you where to put parts. So we've got the parts that are missing in the kit that aren't in any photo etch or plastic moulded at all, are these stiffeners on the barbettes. I'm not sure if they're stiffeners, plating, what they are, but they're basically vertical lines which run up and down the barbettes, and they're completely missing from the kit. And to me, they look, the kit is kind of, it has to have those. As a minimum, it has to have those. So we've got those. We've also got the paravanes here. Now I don't remember looking, when I looked through the instructions, there's so much to this kit. I don't remember actually seeing any paravanes in here. There are a few bits and pieces missing, which is very strange. One of them is this, is the boarding steps. There's no boarding steps in there. There's no trolleys for the planes to go on to wheel them round on the tracks, I don't think. And you know, there's other bits and pieces missing that this set covers. So here we've got our paravanes, and you can see they're totally made up from photo etch and turned brass parts, so they're going to look really good. Here we have the wooden deck, the main wooden deck, and it's showing you here where all these parts go, and there's lots and lots of images of where bits and pieces are going. We also have all these numbers here, and I believe Yamato actually has those numbers on it, and they are here as the dry transfers. And remember, there are also the little white squares as well on the edges of the deck, which is something Paul noticed. Paul over at Plastic Monthly, Paul Chaplin, he noticed that there's those little white squares on the sides of the deck for a certain period of time. So that's something to really make your model pop. So have a look at that. So that's basically got that covered. So these are dry transfers. We've covered all that. So that's all there. As I say, when you get your kit, go through all these brass parts and check they're all okay and present. So onto page 2, and we've got the flight deck. Now it looks like, from the images I've got, it looks like they've used stainless steel for these decks, which is great, because it also means these tracks, which are on the same fret, are going to be stainless steel. Now, some people hate stainless steel, but in certain applications where you want a deck to remain flat and not get creased or bowed or anything, it's going to be awesome. And also for these tracks, one of the issues with the kit tracks, they're brass. It's very difficult to keep brass dead straight, you know, whereas with stainless steel, as long as you don't physically bend it, it will spring and flex back, but it will be much straighter. Now, I need to get hold of the kit to see what's going on here, because they've got A, B, C, D, E, F, and it's got stern left. Now, I think what they're saying is the stern is this way. Okay, so it's kind of left, isn't it? It's sort of, what is it? It's sort of southwest. But basically, I think what they're doing is saying that the actual stern, the tracks can be built up from 3 different parts. I'm just going to zoom out a little touch because I'm just cropping off the bottom there. So yeah, but I'm looking on the frets and I can't actually see, because they've got 94, 95, 96 for that track there, and it's saying here ABC. So whether it's a lamination of parts, I think it possibly is. So the tracks are going to be really, really nice, and they're going to really be an eye catcher. We've also got here, we've got the edge of the hangar deck, which is really nice. That's going to be a nice thin brass edge to there, so that's going to be really good. And we've also got the runners there for the doors to go in, and we've also got brass doors. So I can't remember in the kit what you get, but I think there are some issues around this. Where is the... Here's the hanger deck. Yeah, the doors, you just get them as a moulded one-piece closed thing, and if you want to, you'd have to cut them open. I'm assuming here you would use the plastic part. Nope, there's a lot in here that just replaces the kit completely, rather than adds to it. So here, yeah, you've got the frame in the kit, in the set, and you've also got the doors as photo etch as well. So they're going to be really, really nice. Of course, if you'd want to have your doors open, I think. It's looking like they're not including the tracks inside the hanger. So you'd have to use the kit parts if you want to do that, and then put a couple of aircraft in there or something. Down here we've got this is a part going in for the hanger deck there. That's with that turned around, so that part there is going in here. So it's all going to be very nicely detailed. There are some ladders in there, some steps. Now obviously we're using the kit steps. It's very strange when you look at this, because usually Pontos sets kind of replace everything in the kit, whereas this one seems to be an addition to it. Like, it doesn't seem to have any railings. I haven't seen any steps or ladders or anything. So, you know, you're going to be using this in addition to the kit brass. So obviously Trumpeter have come on and they've improved their photo etch to such a standard that Kim doesn't feel it needs to be replaced. We've got the gun mounts there. These are the stern gun mounts. Breakwater here, which is a really nice touch, because in the kit that's just plastic. So that's I think it's just plastic. I'll have a quick look. Where is our breakwater? The thing is with this kit, the instructions dart around and dance around all over the place. Yeah, I'm sure it's just plastic, the breakwater. But we've got that there all in photo etch as well. So that's a really nice touch. And then we've got all the tracks here. And you can see the tracks here on the flight deck. Now, I discussed this a lot with Kim, because I don't believe that around this area here it should have the checker plate, the grid plating. I got into a big discussion about it on the Facebook page, and people have now shown me photographs, and it actually did definitely have it in this area here. It definitely had the steel bars welded to the floor, which are actually like a grip plate for the people to grip on. So it did actually have it in this area. So the kit is actually wrong. So this plate going on with that detail on it is going to be a great addition. So I was proven wrong, because I thought the kit was correct, because I read that this deck was actually concrete, and I'm beginning to wonder if it actually was. I know the one thing definitely wrong with the kit is the rudder. So I've made these are the resin replacement rudder for the kit. So, and I've done both of them. There's that one, there's the secondary rudder there. So I've done them. So if you want a pair of them, let me know. So yeah, there's the rear gun and everything, and then we've got the plate there going over the hose pipes, and we've got the little, I'm not sure what that is, I'm not even going to guess, but that's really nice. And then we've got our bollards there and everything. So yeah, really, really nice. We got the bow deck there, the forecastle, whatever you want to call it, and that is just one piece of photo etch, as you can see, and it's telling us to remove some parts from here. So there we go. That's that. Moving on to page 3. This is, like you see, there's a lot going to be crammed in here, but I think when you get the kit, this will be much bigger. I think this will be like A3. This one here. We've got a jig there to build up the base of the mast on, which is a really nice touch. And we've got a resin part there going in. But this mast is all brass. You can see it's absolutely stunning. And we're doing some more building of it down here. It's kind of typical Pontos. You're not going to get on with this if you're a new modeler, but if you're an experienced modeler, you'll work it out. We've got the actuators there, the hydraulics, whatever they are, for the catapult, and that's all being made up of brass and photo etch and everything. And then that's going to sit inside the photo etch catapult there, which is absolutely beautiful. All the photo etch going on the top of there. We've got the chains and the pulleys and all that in brass, in photo etch. And then we're going to add the catapult to its base, and then stick it up on the sides of the hull. There are those great big cone things in the back of the hull, so they look really good. Here we've got the cranes, we've got beautiful booms all made up of photo etch, as you can see, all the pulleys and wheels and everything all made up with photo etch. And then we've got the base here, which is looking very, very complex, and that's going to build up to be an absolutely stunning representation of the cranes. And then here we've got some uprights there. So yeah, really, really nice, very nice set indeed. Over on to page 4, we're concentrating now on the funnel. So there's some additional parts here. You can have a quick look. The kit funnel is actually, the way they've done it is quite nice. Where is it? Here it is. So there's the funnel being made up, all the plastic parts going together. And then you've got this sort of photo etched grid going inside, and it looks like they're adding to it here. It looks like they're not replacing it completely, it looks like they're adding to it. So until we actually get the set and see what's going on, we won't actually know for sure. But as I say, there's a lot in this. Oh, there's a ladder, I lied, there is a ladder. But there's a lot in this kit that you're going to add to, and there's a lot you're going to use from the kit. Here down here we've got the trolleys. These are absent in the kit, I do believe, unless they're in the kit and not in the instructions. I haven't seen anything for this, so we haven't got any cradles to put the aircraft on the trolleys, on the tracks in the back of the aircraft. So here you've got the option to do that, because obviously in the kit you get 4 aircraft, but you only get the actual rest for it to go on the catapult. And if you look at here at the beginning, this makes me laugh. First thing you do is the boats, and then you do the aircraft. And on here they've got the Aichi with the twin floats, and here they've got a rack for it to go on the catapult, and it only goes onto one float by the look of it. Or does it go on the no, it does go on the fuselage, sorry, I was wrong. But apparently, according to the Anatomy of the Ship book, this aircraft was never on Yamato or Musashi, so who knows? We will have to find out. But basically, as I say, you're only getting the catapult mount, you're not getting the actual trolley for it to go on the tracks in the back of the aircraft, in the back of the hangar. So that's a nice addition. They've got 2 of those in the kit, so you could have 2 aircraft on the catapults and 2 aircraft down in the hangar, or 1 in the hangar, 1 on the deck, whatever. But it just makes for a much more interesting little display. You've also got all this beautiful buttressing, which is probably missing from the kit here, and we've got templates for drilling and cutting and everything, which is a really nice touch. You've got a brass part there which is going to go up, and that'll where you fit all your brass parts in to glue them down. So really nice touch there. Quite how you're going to glue them down without getting that template glued down, I don't know, but I'm sure where there's a will, there's a way. So here they're telling us, yeah, so basically what it is, the kit has these parts moulded on in plastic. So you're going to cut them off, remove them, and then you're going to end up putting your photo etch brass pieces in there, which are going to look way, way better than any plastic's ever going to look. A lot of work, but well worth it in the end. And then here we're continuing with the funnel, going on with the funnel there. So lots and lots of photo etch brass going on there. Really, really nice. Here we've got some Type 21 radar. So these are included in the kit in photo etch, I believe. But these are going to be much nicer, I would imagine, otherwise Kim wouldn't have bothered making them. And then we've got the walkways there. More on the radar there. And then we've got navigation light. So that's a really nice touch rather than a moulded lump of plastic. You've got them really, really nice. You've got the backing there as well for it. And then up in here, you're going to remove some plastic from there. You're going to remove all those vertical buttresses there. And then you're going to add all these extra parts in there. Type 22 surface radar, obviously moulded as they look like foghorns. They're moulded as plastic cones, and here they're telling you to remove the plastic cones and fit the brass ones on there, which are going to look way, way better. And then here on this deck here, you've got the photo etch going in there. So that's that lot there. Going over the page, there's this position-like thing here, which is sort of sits like a scorpion's tail. It's going to look really, really nice in photo etch. We've got a mast here, jack staff. I'm not sure if that is the plastic part or if we've got a brass part for that. I'm not sure. That's the ensign staff. This is the jack staff. I've got a feeling you're going to be used. No, that is, it's brass 27. So you're going to completely replace all the plastic with brass and photo etch there. And then down here we've got the wind vane, which as you can see is just absolutely stunning. It's going to be sat there out on the end of that construction there. And then we've got the ensign staff there on the bow. So that's going to be absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. I think I'm right in saying the jack is the rear and the ensign is the fore. So please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm terrible with ship. I know nothing about them. And then here we've got the winch being made up again, all photo etch, which is going to be lovely. And then we've got the main gun barrels there, and we've got the resin printed blast bags, which is a nice touch. We have some gun bases there for our turrets, so we've got the little buttresses going in the bottom there, making those up completely out of photo etch brass, so they're going to be really nice and to scale. And then we have twin 13mm guns here, which are going to be all over our decks. There's 2 of them. Don't know why it says only 2 of them. Maybe there are only 2 of them. So, and then we've got the barrels here going in, brass barrels. You've got the brass seat going on there. It looks like pretty much the whole thing is made up of photo etched brass. I don't think you're using any of the kit at all. So it could be that these are an additional 2. I will have to do my research. I don't know why it's only saying 2. I'm sure there's more than 2 of those. So anyway, it may be 2 of those per gun. We will see. I'm sure you guys know already. And then here we've got our 155mm guns. So there's 2 of these. So you've got 2 different types. So they're giving you a little drilling jig there, photo etch drilling jig to go over the top, and then you're going to drill 3 holes in there and 3 holes in there, but they're in different positions. Just like it says in the kit, you've got an identical plastic part, but you've got 3 different holes to drill because of the different mass going on the top. So you can see this one here, we've got 2 of these mass on the top there. And then we've got different sizes of framework that basically go and support those masts. So this is all brass and photo etch. This is all brass and photo etch. And then you're going to add the masts onto the top of them. Again, no railings or anything. It's all in the kit. You're going to use the kit parts. There's some PE going in here for the sides of the guns. And you also got the 3D resin printed blast bags, which aren't included in the kit, I don't think. So you've got none of the brass barrels going in there. Here we have the single anti-aircraft guns. There's 6 of those. They are 100% built up of brass and photo etch, so they're going to be absolutely stunning. And then here we've got our 25mm triple machine guns, and you can see here we're cutting the barrels off of the plastic mount, the plastic breech, and then we're going to add all together and make up this beautiful, it looks like we're using the plastic ammunition, but everything else it looks like is photo etch. Photo etch and brass going all the way down here. And here's what I was saying, we've got the brass parts. You've got 1 brass part, but that is actually 1 brass barrel and then 3 more little reaction things, I can't really call them now, those things behind. So you have to make sure you cut them up and clean them up nicely. And then we've got the parts going together here. I think that's actually a kit part there, C15. And then we've got these little tiny guns here. We're going to cut the barrels off of them. We've got a drilling jig, and then we're going to put those barrels in there. And then we've got all these mechanisms here for these guns. So mainly located on the deck and located on the structure. So you've got 20 of those and 8 of those. So great. And you've got 28 of those. So it looks like that is going to become that. Yeah. So 28 there, and splitting up into 20 there and 8 there. So there we go. So excuse my lack of knowledge of the subject, but I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So there we go. So basically that's what the set is all about, and as I say, I'll put some pictures up. So here it's saying we've got 500 CNC produced brass parts, 8 sheets of finely reproduced photo etch parts, wooden deck, metal propellers, resin parts, dry transfer decals. That's an image of the box. With this detail kit, the Yamato will be a masterpiece destined to become a part of history. There's a big sales thing for you. So the price is $365 for the set, and the shipping is $30 per set worldwide. So the total is $395. As I say, this kit is only available from this guy, kingyang5512gmail.com. Okay? Or you can just send them the payment to king3939@qq.com. Now, some of you may think that's a little bit suspicious. I certainly won't take any responsibility if anything does go missing, get lost, you have any issues. I am just promoting this for this guy, because I asked to send me the instructions and he has sent them to me. So that's where I'm getting it from. That's where I've sent my money to, and that's the guy that's communicating with me. And he's all over Facebook. He's all over he's every day. He's in the Yamato Facebook page. So I'm 100% sure it's genuine. So all is good. But that's basically where you get it from. You can't get it from Pontos. It's the same with the Titanic set. If you remember, you could never get it from Pontos. You could only get it from, I think it was this guy. So, you know, you had a slip of paper in the box, you PayPal'd your money to them, and the kit turned up. So that's basically the way it's going to work. So that's that. So that's the email address. You want to contact him, talk about an order, and that's the way you want to send the money to. One thing I have noticed on the Facebook page, he's been saying that many people are ordering it and they're not giving him his phone number, their phone number. He needs a phone number to enable you to actually to dispatch. The parcel companies will not take the parcel unless they have a contact phone number for the person that's being delivered to. And unfortunately, what I found when I did the PayPal, there is nowhere in there to put your phone number. And when you pay them, there's not a box to say, you know, send a message or whatever. It's just pay it, and that's that. So I sent them a separate email explaining what my name, what the PayPal transaction was, the number, and this is my phone number. And he's got all that, and that's all great. So that's been a quick look through there. I'm going to have a good old rummage through this and see what more I can find out about it, so that I'm more prepared for the kit review when it actually turns up. But that's been that. So what I'll do now, I'll put a nice bit of music up, and I'll put some photos that I've got from Facebook of all the basically the etch frets, all the brass parts, and also I'll put the images up of these instructions as well, so you can have a good look through them. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and if you've enjoyed if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button as well. It all helps. Thank you very much. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.